Hello, once again, it's me, your host, Jeff, and I'm here for another video VR review of some of the best VR games that anybody 50 and up can play. Which is weird because most of these games I review, anybody over the age of 10 really could play these games, and they're really fun, but these are especially good for people 50 and up. Now, the last one I did was VR fishing. This one today is going to be Walkabout Mini Golf. Now, VR fishing you can play seated. Walkabout Mini Golf you can play seated. It's a little harder because your knees tend to get in the way, but if you make the right adjustments, you can play this one seated. So it's by the Mighty Coconut, and when this game first came out, they had, I believe it was like 8 different courses, and each course there was an easy and a hard, as you see. Tourist Trap was one of the first, and when you get the first 8 or 4, I think it was 4 maybe, yeah, first 4 or 5, whatever it was, you get easy course or the normal course, and then you also get the hard course. So with the normal course, you have to play this game. You find these are all lost golf balls. And as you find the lost golf ball, you can then use it later on in the game. And once you find a certain amount, the harder one automatically opens for you. So you can either get par or less, or you can find the lost balls in order to open up the Tourist Trap, or the harder version, whatever the game is. And there are so many. They started out with just a few, and now there's over 20 different courses that you can play. And this is, my wife and I love to play this game. We love to play a couple of friends of ours down in Florida playing this game. And there's also an opportunity, I'm quite far in this game, that you get these first few golf clubs free with the game, of course, and then these other ones, you get these clubs by finishing what they call a fox hunt. And basically the fox hunt is clues that show up on your wrist. Like here would be a clue. It would say, you need to find this by the that. And then when you find it, you collect something from that location, and each course has, I don't know, 11 to 15 different clues. And once you collect all the clues and you collect all the items needed to collect in the game, you win a matching golf club for that particular round. Like this one was for Tourist Trap. This one was for the Cherry Blossom. This one was for Seagulls. This one was for Arizona's Modern. I mean, they're all for all the different ones in this. I'm going to click on the last one because that's the one I'm using right now. But this one's kind of an old pirate ship kind of thing. You're on an island, and what also makes this fun is you can do different weird things and fun things. Like, for instance, right now, I could go behind this counter and go back behind this here, this little sign here, and there's a room downstairs. They just recently added that. Or you can go out here, and they have a driving range and a practice green. So you can go down to the practice green, and you use teleport here. And you can try getting them into all the different holes, and there's like 30 some different holes in this practice green. There also is this, let me get up here, this raft that if you go like this, boom, you're on the raft, and the raft will take you around the island, so you can travel and see what's in the cave and all kinds of fun stuff. I'm going to get off this, get back into the cabin up here. So when you first come into the game, you're going to appear here. Now, I'm going to play a single player. I can play a private room or a quick match. They'll join a two-player game with someone online who's also playing and looking. Private room, you make a private room, you put up a name, and you have a private name, and then your friends, if you like my wife, I'll say, oh, the room name is XYZPDQ. And then she types in XYZPDQ, and she's in the room, and you can tell your friends, and your friends can play with you at the same time. They have easy, this one will choose for you. You can choose, it will choose a random, easy, hard, or any course. So you do that, and boom, you never know which game you're going to be in. So that one's a pirate theme. This one is a beautiful, like Asian cherry blossom theme through a wonderful, beautiful park of the trees and the decorations and all kinds of really cool stuff. And there, of course, is the hard version. And the difference between easy and hard versions is, of course, the hard versions are harder. They change the course, they move the hole, they add different things that get in the way. So it's just making it different. Then you got Seagull Stand, which is up in like the mountains, and there's a lot of snow in this one. And you got Arizona Modern, which is a summer version out in Arizona, and then nighttime at the hard version. Original Gothic. Now, if you like scary movies and Halloween type stuff, this is a wonderful thing. It's an old scary building, and you're playing inside and outside this Gothic building. And this one, of course, is at night, and it's decorated with night lights and different fun things. And then they added Tethys Station. These aren't in the order, actually, when they added these. And you're out in space. You're on a space station. And, of course, you got the night version. So that's fun. You click this, and you got more. Bogey's Bonanza. That was one of the early ones, too. And this one's a country theme, cowboy thing, I mean, where you're in a cowboy old saloon in an old ghost town. And you're shooting around the ghost town. And then you got the night version. Quixote Valley, which is a beautiful place with lots of flowers and wind and sheep and windmills. And the night version. This one they just recently added, Mars Garden, where you're on the planet Mars, and you're in this dome type situation where they transported plants and things up to Mars so that the Earth can survive after an apocalypse. And of course, you got the nighttime version. This one's a more recent one too, Wallace and Gromit. If you ever watched the Wallace and Gromit cartoon, or not cartoon, but animation, their shorts and their movies, you go throughout their whole house, and you're playing throughout the whole house, and it's really fun, really strange. Meow Wolf was added not that long ago, and if you know Meow Wolf, it's a location, it's a fun location. With a lot of bright colors and strange things happening. There are Meow Wolf places you can actually visit in real life in different states. You can you can try that out. You got, of course, the night version. Labyrinth, based on Jim Henson's movie. This is a fun one where you go through the labyrinth and the different things that happened in the movie. They have characters and things from the movie in this. And you have a nighttime version. Mist is based on the old story in the movies, Mist. You're on an island, and you have to solve puzzles and do fun, strange things. And, of course, a nighttime version. Sweetopia. This is fun. It's kind of like walking through Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, except for it's more than just chocolate. It's all kinds of candy. And you're playing around candies and drops and gums and things. It's really fun. Then you got Upside Down Town. Now this one, Upside Town, not upside down, but Upside Town. And what makes this one different, each of these golf courses are unique. They have different little tricks and trades and different unique things. Like this, for instance, this one, the golf hole is on the side on the wall. So you have to break the regular gravity to be able to get up there and into the hole. And it's really, the first time you play it, you might not like it, But once you relax and enjoy it and realize how you can play these strange and wonderful holes, I think you'll like it. Elfheim. I'm not even sure how to say that one. But this is, of course, an elf theme. It's kind of a Harry Potter kind of thing, but with elves. You got a nighttime version of that one. Widow's Walkabout. And this one was added a few months back. This is an old, scary, haunted house. And you have to go through this scary, haunted house and figure out clues and bat the ball around. And then they have a nighttime. And the nighttime is cool because instead of just being in the dark, it's in black and white, like the old famous monster movies. Venice. Beautiful place. Venice, Italy. And you get to golf around Italy, and there's water, and there's all kinds of great fun things. And there's a night. Garden of Babylon. This one is really challenging, especially this hole they're showing. It's like, 100 feet uphill. But there's a lot of beautiful butterflies and flowers and trees. It's Babylon, basically. Nighttime version. Shangri-La has another kind of a ancient Chinese or ancient Asian kind of theme to it. Another beautiful place. There's it's hard to describe without going there. It's just amazing. And you got a nighttime version. El Dorado. You're in like a jungle, and you're doing a jungle course. And it's misty and it's dark. And then you got the nighttime version, which makes it even harder. Atlantis. Atlantis is fun. You're under the sea. You're underwater and you're playing the golf course underwater. And meanwhile, fish and turtles and sharks and whales swim by you. It's really cute. The nighttime one is so beautiful. The neon colors, just amazing. Temple Azura. It's kind of a Indiana Jones-ish kind of thing. We're out in a temple, out in the middle of the desert, and you have to play through this temple. And it is a nighttime version, of course. These are part of the Lost Cities. There's several different Lost Cities. Now here are Jules Verne ones. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. You're playing on a huge underwater submarine. You got a nighttime version. Journey to the Center of the Earth, you're playing underground in the center of the Earth. And there are some strange monsters and creatures that you have to avoid. And of course, a nighttime one. And Around the World in 80 Days. This one, you're kind of like in Paris on this Eiffel Tower kind of thing. I know that's France, but it's a tower. And they got all these balloons floating by, and you go on and off the balloons, and it's quite amazing. Evil Lairs. There's 2 so far. I hear there's going to be a 3rd one coming soon. The first one's a typical evil lair with lasers. And if your golf ball accidentally gets hit by a laser, it cuts it in 2. It's really... And there's robots flying around. Just amazing fun thing. Ice Lair. Now this one is an underground ice lair. And they got some bad people, and there's these animals that are the good guys helping you out. And then down here, those animals, I don't remember, they're like penguins, but they're not. They become kind of the bad guys. And that is it. I think there are 20 different courses now that you can play. When they started, they had like 4. I think it was these 4 were the first. So then after that, you have to buy each individual one, and you don't have to buy it if you don't want to. Say you don't want to go into space, you don't have to buy it. It's a DLC. And as I told you before, DLC is downloaded content, which means that it's just an addition onto the game that you already own. So you have to own Walkabout Mini Golf, get these first 4, and then you can buy any of these. They were going at one point for $3.99, $4.99. So they are very cheap, and they're wonderful to play. They're all worth their money. I had no idea what Wallace and Gromit was until after I played this game, and then I started looking it up and I go, oh, that is cool. So even though I had no idea what this was, it was a fun game. Same with Meow Wolf. Had no idea what that was. Had to look that up. Fun game. Labyrinth. I haven't seen that movie since, I don't know, the 80s or 90s, whenever that came out. Don't know really much about Myst. But I did do some research and saw that it was, I think, a movie or something, TV show. But all these games, they have an easy and a hard, and they're all DLCs. You can buy them or you not buy them. It's totally up to you. And when you get these are all the lost balls so far, and the one standing up, that's the one I'm going to use. And that's the stick I'm going to use. So let's see, which course should I do? I'll do well, let's go to something I'm good at. Let's change. I'm going to change to Bogey's Bonanza. I'm trying to figure out which golf club that was. Here it is. That golf club. So now I'm going to pick a ball. I can pick any ball that I want. Yeah, let's go with this nice. Well, let's go with a happy face one. There we go. A happy face. And when the balls come out, after you find them all, they come out this hole and bloop, 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 bloop. So let's try Bogey's Bonanza, and I'll do a practice. Now there's different modes. You got practice mode, a race mode, simultaneous custom mode. There are some like the new one where you can lessen the gravity. So let's do a practice, because I don't want to play a whole game for you. But this is a fun game, and I play it standing up. My wife plays it standing up and sitting down. Here we are. We're looking from above. This is what I call the big head view. So we're looking down. This tells you how to play. And you point, and you can see which hole numbers. And it's inside the canyon. And there's an old bar here. There's an old bathroom over there, old outhouse, old church here. And this water, this river, you can actually get into and pretend you're inner tubing. You don't get into the tube, but you can pretend you're inner tubing and go right down this river, just like you would in real life, all the way down to the end. Of course, you got their birds flying around. And this will tell you your scores. The little checks means I found all the lost balls. And you can change things. There's settings here, so you can change the movement, the angle of the grip or the handle, how the strength is. I mean, you can do a lot of different things. You can turn the ball locator off, ball trail off, name tags off. You can just do all kinds of things. I think I have the music audio. I have the music like turned down to 5%. So that I don't get tagged by Facebook or YouTube or anybody else. So let's resume game. Here we are. We're on hole number 1. And it's pretty basic. Now you only need, let me get rid of my second controller. You only need the one controller, whichever hand you're using, right or left-handed. Now the trick here is there's several different ways you can try to play this game. You can try bouncing it off walls. You see that sand over there? You can make the sand go up and bring the ball go up the sand and down and into the hole. And here on your deal, it's hole 1. This is a par 2. And each one will tell you what the par is. And then it'll tell you how many strokes you took and so on and so forth. So I'm just going to put this straight ahead. Ooh, it nicked the side of the head. But as you see, I am fairly close to the hole. So you see the head of this? Right now, without squeezing the grip, I can do this and it won't hit the ball. But if I squeeze the grip, it makes it solid so that it hits the hole. So we're going to go back up to the big head. That was hole number 1 over here. Let's go to hole 13. 13, we have a train that's derailed. Now each course has different difficulties, different holes. There's no two the same. Well, this one you have to try to shoot it up and get it into that water container thing, for the train. It comes down, it goes down, and then the hole's way over there. So let's see. I'm in the hole. Now it's going to come out over here. It's going to bounce around, and you're hoping for a good bounce. And see how far or how close I am to the hole. Quite a ways. Well, here's another fun thing. Walkabout Mini Golf, if you point your club up and then push your thumbstick up, you can fly. So you can fly all around and in and out of buildings and all kinds of fun stuff. Squeeze the handle and you're back down. Oop, oop, a little to the right. This is a par 4, and I'm going to get it in 3. Or not. Oh, I should have aimed maybe. That would have been good. But this is a great game. It'll tell you how many strokes you took, and it'll tell you if you're plus or minus. Let's go in. We'll just go into the this is the saloon. Just like all the saloons you saw in all the old West movies and TV shows. And you can walk through and around. Got a moose head here. It's just amazing what these golf courses are. Now, they're not meant to look real. They're meant for fun. But it's just... it's unbelievable. Let's go up, and we'll go out to there's a graveyard. It's got everything the Old West would have. There's an old well. And every hole is different. Some are harder. They're like a 2-stroke, 3-stroke, 4-stroke. Let's see if I can... Nope, I can't. Alright, I was going to show you that hole. I can do it now. What hole was that? 17. Let's go over to 17. Now this one, you're trying to get the hole into that circle. And if you are lucky enough, you can go down that tube and you might get lucky and get a hole in one. If not, you're going to be trying again and again. Oh, I'm in. Here we go. Going through the hole, the tunnel, and boom, hole in one. There you go. You can fly up here by the birds. Another thing that this group does that makes these, here's a water mill here, is that they add things for you to look for. Like most of the holes, or most of the courses, have skeletons hidden somewhere in the game. They might have this large banana hidden inside the game. El Dorado has hidden gold inside the game, so you have to find these things and look for them. And they don't tell you about it. You just wander around and you do what you want to do, and you find what you want to find. Some don't have any at all. Here we are inside a little cabin. So they have not just playing mini golf, but they have lots of other fun things you can do. I know people, here's an outhouse. I know people who come in here and they play hide and seek in different locations. So you try to hide, and somebody goes looking for you, of course. Here we have a elevator. Oops. And the elevator goes up and down. Well, for some reason I'm not on it. But really, really fun. So let's get out of this here. This is Walkabout Mini Golf. It's probably under $20 to buy the original game, and then each additional DLC. They just had a price hike. I think they went up to $4.99. They used to be like $3.99. I think they went to $4.99. But they're still well worth every one of them. I own every one of them. My wife owns every one of them. We love to play this game. I give this a 10 out of 10. If you like mini golf or not, it's still a fun game. And again, you can play with multiple players. I believe this game, you can have up to 8 people playing at once together. And you can do it with your friends, or you can just do it with strangers. It's really up to you. So 10 out of 10, give Walkabout Mini Golf a chance. I think you'll love it as much as we do. So until next time, bye-bye.